Hey, what's up everyone? So, it's been a while since I actually vlogged, but yeah, it's because I've been so busy with life. Life and that's just how it goes. So I'm gonna talk about relationships. Yeah. So relationships. They're for some strange reason. I know that jealousy is always a huge topic, but no one really ever went over the differences between being jealous, being insecure, or having some type of reconfirmation. There is no relationship that I know that hasn't been affected by the jealousy or insecurity deal. So I'm just gonna share my take on it, and not everyone's gonna agree with it, of course, because everyone has their own little agenda in each relationship. But for me, if you can't express yourself and your concerns to a person, then that's a huge problem. So there's gonna be things that happen in a relationship that'll make you question one another. Now, how you deal with that question is gonna determine how far you'll get in that relationship, or whether you should stay in that relationship or just bounce out. So there was a situation where it's not just with one person, it's with most of the relationships that I had, where I questioned them and they totally go off on a rant about me being jealous or insecure, but it's really not that. There's no, in my world, jealousy, no, because I'm genuinely happy for people, and I do acknowledge when someone is either pretty, gorgeous, smart, intelligent. Those are things that should be acknowledged. I mean, I don't think people say that enough to one another. Build each other up. In this society, it's created a world where you kind of like break each other down to build yourself up, which it's not working. It's really not working. And for those of you out there who claim to have the aloha spirit, and you're one of those people breaking people down, then you gotta stop, really truly stop, and reanalyze yourself, and really truly with the type of aloha spirit that you're bringing or setting out in the world. But yeah, I question these guys, and they go off on their little rant and claim that I'm insecure or jealous, and it's like, yo, if I see something wrong, then I think maybe it should be okay that I question it. That's just the logic of life. Logically, there's no one in this world who's seen something that didn't sit right and just let it happen. I mean, when you get to that point in any relationship where something is questionable, but you don't ask, and you do have that question in your mind, either one, you're very new in that relationship, two, you're afraid to ask because you're afraid that it might become, it'll lead to the end of the relationship, or three, you just don't give a shit, and you're probably seeing someone else. But for me, I'm not the cheating type. I've always been faithful, and maybe that may be my downfall, but I really don't think that is, because cheating is a waste of time in my eyes. You're just wasting time, wasting energy. You can't keep all of them, but why would you want all the headaches? And I don't really care much for clinging on to relationships. I mean, I know there's a lot of people out there that think I make really great choices, and instead of living their own life, they want to live mine. It's fucked up. But there are some people out there that think taking what is others will make them happy. And in my eyes, that's so sad. You're a sad case. And you really, truly, genuinely need help. But I don't think anyone should ever be in a position where they have to suppress their feelings or even their questions or You know, if you want to ask someone a question, I think if you're in a relationship, if it's a good relationship, then you should be able to ask that kind of questions without um, feeling guilty for bringing up your concern. Most people, when they are presented with a concern, if they really genuinely care about the person, then they'll take the time to listen to them and to reassure them that nothing is happening of that sort. Most people who are actually doing it would get upset and turn it around. And then, of course, like, there are some people who would get upset because they can't believe that you're actually accusing them of that situation. But on another note, they would also, if they cared about you, they would take the time to explain to you or see your point of view. So ladies and guys too, because girls do this too. Girls, females do this too, to males. I mean, you guys put that shit out too. If you have a concern, you're not being jealous. You're not being insecure either. If there is a good reason for you, if there is a good enough reason for you to ask a question, then ask the question. Don't feel guilty for asking the question. Guys and females who are being asked, if you don't care about someone, break it off. Break it the fuck off. Why you're only gonna hurt them and you're gonna hurt yourself, and you might just make a lifelong enemy. You don't want that. You want to stay positive. Be fair, guys. Whatever you put out in the universe comes right back to you. Whatever you do to other people around you come right back to you. May not be in the same form, but it'll be in some form. I've not met anyone. I've not met anyone who's done something shady to someone and hasn't had it returned to them in some way, some shape or form. When you start fucking around with people's lives, and then you notice, all kind of shit starts happening to you, you stop and you think about what the hell you did to people around you. Karma is real. Either you're gonna bless and be blessed, or you're gonna deal with the consequences. So really think about what you're doing. Think about what you're putting out into life. Think about what you're putting out into your community, into the world, into the universe. Because if you love people, then be mindful of what you do, because those things come back to you. I've met so many people. They do shady stuff to people, and they don't expect that things to come right back to them. And it does. But they can't see it. All they know is that, this thing is going bad. That thing is going bad. This thing is going bad. It's like, bruh, you're whatever you're putting out is drawing back to you. The best thing for you to do is stop making trouble. Stop causing problem and grief in other people's lives. Because you may not know, but that thing might just hit somebody that you love. So in that sense, it's all kind of intertwined and connected, Your actions, what you do, how you do, when you do, who you do that to, and it all comes back to you. So the best thing to do is, 1, mind your own business. 2, treat people the way you want to be treated. And 3, jealousy. Jealousy is when you look at someone and you see that they're prospering and their life is happy, and you hate them for it. That's what jealousy means. That's the real definition of jealousy. Coveting someone's life. And for all you religious people, you know that in the commandments, that is one of the commandments: thou shalt not covet thy neighbor. Okay. And I've heard so many different interpretations of coveting. It's when you envy their life. You envy them so much that you want to take it away from them, that you would do anything to wreck that person, to bring that person down. That's what coveting is. And until you guys understand that, especially some of you spiritual people out there. Um, you know, the light may not be as bright on your end. So think about what you guys do before you guys do it. You know, it sounds corny, but love can do some wonders in your life. And I'm not talking about making love. I'm talking about loving in a sense where you're willing to help people. You're willing to just be the light in the world. Be good. And help people. And until you're ready to love yourself too. That's where it actually starts, guys. When you love yourself. And through God, all things are possible. So all of you who have stepped away from God, maybe you should take a knee and pray. All of you who's been straying away from God, maybe you should open your channel of prayer back to the Lord. And for those of you who haven't been introduced to God, He's beautiful. He's the most wonderful thing in your life. And through Him, all doors, everything is made possible. Any door can open up. You gotta experience it. It's amazing. He can turn a hopeless situation into a hopeful situation and a success story. So with that, I hope God opens your ears to hear and your heart to accept and your eyes to see through love. Blessings and aloha, everybody. You guys have a great day.